Well, President-elect Donald Trump's pick for defense secretary, one former military veteran, Pete Hegseth, is getting flanked, getting attacked from all sides.
Go fuck yourself.
From the Democrats, to the media,
Fuck off.
to the rhinos.
Now you're an asshole.
But the one thing that's been consistent, he's not backing down. I'm Jazz Berganza on this. And also, Donald Trump, he's got his back.
Woo!
And that's what's next. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Jazz Berganza, what's next? Your daily dose, common sense, facts, and salt. Happy Friday. Hope you guys are feeling good today. Well, this story continues to have legs, only because of the matter involved. And that's one former Fox News host and military veteran, Iraqi war veteran, one Pete Hegseth. He's getting attacked by all sides, from the media to Democrats to the rhinos. You got people who just won't let up. Ever since he got called out of the bullpen by one Donald Trump to head up the defense secretary position, they've gone after him, from his past relationships to his to his businesses, to supposedly he has issues with anger issues and whatnot. They're relentless. But the one thing that's been consistent through this whole ordeal is that Donald Trump has his back, and he reaffirmed it once again. This coming from Breitbart. President-elect Donald Trump reaffirms support for Pete Hegseth, post articles blasting attacks. President-elect Donald Trump reaffirmed support for Defense Secretary nominee Pete Hegseth on Thursday, posting from his account on Truth Social an article slamming the barrage of Democrat attacks against him. The post from Trump, in addition to verbal assurances to Hegseth himself, show that he still fully backs Hegseth, contrary to the reports claiming he's considering other options. Donald Trump. Of course, he reposted the article from the New York Post. Democrats' attack on the intelligent, articulate, and patriotic Pete Hegseth show why they lost. A salute to Trump's defense. The op-ed by New York Post Miranda Devine, yes, that same Miranda Devine who broke the Hunter laptop story that was suppressed and censored by big tech, yes, that one, is entitled, Dems' attack on intelligent, articulate, patriotic Pete Hegseth show why they lost. A salute to Trump's defense secretary pick. Devout touted his qualifications, writing, intelligent, articulate, patriotic, a graduate of Princeton and Harvard, a combat veteran in Iraq and Afghan wars, 2 Bronze Stars, Hegseth 44 is an inspired choice to lead the Pentagon and rid the woke poison that has sent recruitment levels down the toilet. He's a lot better qualified to run the Defense Department than Kamala ever was to be Commander-in-Chief, she called Hegseth. The perfect patriot to restore morale and a spirited military that has seen humiliation heaped on top of indignity in the Biden dementia era, from the botched withdrawal of Afghanistan to the collapse of the Gaza Pier, and not to mention the exhibitionist sexual fetishism that has seemed to have affected elements of the armed forces. That's true. Take a look at Dick Levine. She added that he would eradicate from the military the destructive ideology of critical race theory backed by General Mark Thoroughly Martin Miley. Remember Mark Miley? He sat in a congressional hearing go, you know what? I need to tap into my woke rage, or my white rage. Former chairman of the Joint Chiefs, protege of Nancy Pelosi, Joe Biden, pet, and de facto former leader of the military wing of the resistance group against Trump. She praised his ideas on how to reform the military, which he has laid out in speeches and his books. She said in one excerpt from his book, The War on Warriors, Behind the Betrayal of the Men Who Keep Us Free, where he wrote, quote, our elites are like feckless, drug-addled businessmen at Nakatomi Plaza, looking down on Bruce Willis's John McClane in Die Hard. But there will come a day where they realize they need John McClane. You want John McClane. And in fact, their ability to live in peace and prosperity has always depended on guys like him being honorable, powerful, and deadly. She also cited his recent interviews with the Sean Ryan Show, where he called out for the firing of Chairman of Joint Chiefs, General Charles C.Q. Brown. Any general, admiral, whatever, was involved in any DEI woke shit has got to go, he said. Either you're for war fighting or the only litmus test we care about. You got DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion, and CRT, critical race theory, out of military academies. You're not training young officers to be baptized in this kind of thinking, or as I like to call, shit. She also noted that the military-industrial complex freaked out at the thought of not having a puppet head the Pentagon, and noted that Wall Street was unnerved by his selection, because defense contractors will lose their clout. She quoted a defense industrial lobbyist who told Politico, who is this guy? as well as another defense official who told CNN everyone is simply shocked and warned that there will be an effort to take him down. She also cited neoconservatives John Bolton and Never Trump reformer Adam Kinzinger. Oh, yes, remember? Yeah, Adam Kinzinger, you know, little soy boy, little mangina, bashing the pick. She blasted MSLD host Joyce Reed, yes, the race lady herself, attacks on Hegseth as a Fox Weekend morning show host without mentioning his Ivy League credentials. It's the same snobbery and elitism that cost the Democrats the election, not just the Electoral College, the House, the Senate, but the popular vote, she wrote, concluding that there are times are changing. Trump has the mandate for change, and he's making the most of it. My thoughts. Very well said by one Miranda Devine. Couldn't said it better myself. The one thing that we have to reemphasize over and over again is that Donald Trump has said time and time again, I got Pete's back. No matter what happens, I got Pete's back. On a recent interview with one Megyn Kelly, Megyn Kelly asked Pete Hegseth, are you being Kavanaugh'd? Well, of course, Pete paused a bit before he gave his answer. Remember Brett Kavanaugh? Well, a little refresher. Take a trip in the way back. One Brett Kavanaugh justice, who was a judge at the time, going up in the confirmation hearings to be one of the justices of the Supreme Court, you had groups, left, right, and center, come after him. Mainly Karens and Manginas. Basically, you had one particular woman, a Miss Ford, who said, well, he did the rapey about 30 years ago. You know, she tried to come out with all these witnesses, to try to come out to, these with all these so-called facts, and one by one, they fell to the wayside. They were all trash. You had people who say, well, you know what? I remember Brett being at the party, but that's it. I don't remember him doing anything else. Over and over and over again. And so, of course, it fell on deaf ears. And he was confirmed, and of course, now sits in the Supreme Court. You had these people to the point where they were banging down the Supreme Court doors, screaming and yelling with their hair on fire. Whee! Brett Kavanaugh is rapey. But Donald Trump stood his ground, stood by him. Now fast forward. Now, God forbid it goes to this lengths that it did with Brett Kavanaugh. But, so this is where we are. And Pete's a good guy. He's had a past. We've all had pasts. We all. Every one of us has got some kind of skeleton in the closet, some more than others. But at the end of the day, it's what you do with it from that moment forward. And for everything that I understand or that I read about Pete Hegseth is that he's a good guy. He's changed his ways. The guy has walked away from a 7-figure deal from Fox News to be this guy for Secretary of Defense. You know, Trump asked him, he's answered the call, and here we are. So, and at the end of the day, he is going to be confirmed. This is not going to be it's not going to be a Gates, it's not going to be a Matt Gaetz issue. You know, they're going to throw everything at him, including the kitchen sink. And just like they try to do with Trump, Trump's here. And at the end of the day, Pete Hegseth will become the Secretary of Defense for the United States under Trump. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Berganzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this, please have a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it. Hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. Continue spreading the word about the show. Appreciate you guys watching as always. And we'll see you next time. Peace.